Hey guys, this is the Universal Hobbies 1/50th scale Komatsu WA470 wheel loader. I believe this model sells for $45-50. Like I always say, it depends on where you buy from, but you could generally find this model for around $50 anywhere. Major thing that I don't like about it is Universal Hobbies. They use a lot of plastic, and most of this model is plastic, which really isn't a bad thing, except if you like to, like move your models a lot, then chances of breaking something is higher than if it's metal. But anyway, overall I really like the look of this, and let's I'll show you just a little bit more around it, and I'll explain a little bit more about it. Alright, so here's the bucket. The bucket is metal on the model, so you don't have to worry about the bucket. It curl back nice and far, and it'll curl in nice and far, which is my favorite thing about it. Mainly because when you carry a load with a loader, you don't want to keep your arms all the way up with the load. You want to put it as far down as possible so it's not really top heavy. But my favorite thing about it is the bucket does go back, and it also dumps. You could actually, if you look there, you could hit the tires with the teeth. But favorite thing about it, how far back it goes, which is really great about it. Looks great in dioramas and also for display. Now, like I said, the bucket is metal, and the arms are also metal. Right here. They're also, what I like about it is they're not so thick, they're thin. Now a lot of people would say, but the real machine's arms are thick. Well, when you scale it down to 1/50th scale, which is really, it's like it's real small. It's like almost, it's close to like a quarter-inch per foot, I think. So, I mean, if you scale it down, those arms are in scale. They may look thin on the model, but they advertise exact 1/50th scale, and I'm pretty sure they're right. Now, the height of the arms is okay. It's not too high. I don't think that this could clear a truck when he tilts the bucket. If you're stockpiling, it would be good. But I'm pretty sure it can't clear a truck. I don't have a truck for comparison right now, but I'm 80% sure it can't clear most trucks. If you have a European short bed dump truck, it might. The tires they're not really so soft, which isn't a bad thing. And they're not shiny, which is nice. Now the rims, are they metal? No, the rims are plastic. You could see in there the detail. I really like the tires on this. I just like the way they make the model look. And another thing is, if you're going to disassemble the model, there are no pins. They're screws, and they're painted, which is nice. Articulated steering. Now, if anyone has like a Norscot 980G, they'll see that the outer part of the cylinder, it doesn't connect into the cylinder itself. It just goes nowhere. On this, the cylinders do actually steer it, and they hold it as well. I'm just going around the model, and I'll show you a really close up. A ladder. Now, here's the big disappointment if you don't like plastic models. The entire back part of this model is plastic. The housing over here, plastic. So, I mean, it is all plastic, and these things that simulate mud flaps, like right here and right there, are plastic as well. Now, here's the back of the model. Now, for some weird reason, they put 40 on it. I don't know what that's for. And over here. Tires roll 360, and like I said, it turns. The teeth on the bucket are very large. They look to be like a very heavy-duty rock bucket, especially if you got to dig into a pile. There's the bottom of the bucket, and there's a nice view of the teeth. Alright, now here's just a close-up of the front articulated part. Here's the bucket. Right there you can see the teeth like I was just talking about. The back of the bucket, which is also very nice. I do have to say, even though they do add a lot of plastic, they make it nice. The Z linkage. And another great thing is, unlike many loaders, they actually have the lines running to the cylinders. A warning label. Now, if we bring this up, look in the center here, that's looking up. And then there's the tire pattern. Now here's the fender. The fender's plastic as well. When I was taking this out of the box, I actually broke that fender. So, watch, because they break very easily. Now here's a close-up of the articulated steering. You can see right there, that is a decal just to, you know, let them know don't stand over here when the machine turns. And then here's a close-up of the cylinders. And here is the cab. Steering wheel, and then controls are on your right. The back of the cab. Then you see your mirrors. And a great thing about it is they added an antenna, which is really nice. And then you can see the cab here as a windshield wiper. See the hydraulics running on the side of the boom. Alright, now just to get a little back more. They simulated diamond plate on the plastic right there, just so when the operator climbs up, he doesn't slip. And then there's the ladder right there. This is a central lube system that it automatically greases the machine. That's another great feature as well. Now these handrails are plastic. Big disappointment. I would have thought they would have at least made the hand railings metal, but they chose plastic, which plastic is good for handrails because, well, I don't want to say good, but it's, I guess in a way you could say it's easier for them to make. Now the metal thin ones are always nice, but like I said, they chose plastic. Now the whole back part, which the engine is in here, is entirely plastic. The whole house, the encasing is plastic, and these black lines here you see to simulate the vents. They're not just painted on. If you rub your finger against them, they do have a texture, but it doesn't go fully through. And then they put your exhaust and then your air cleaner. I love the back part of this machine, like the fenders especially. I just think it gives it a real nice look, especially different from the a lot of people are used to the Cats where there is no back fender back there from the factory, but Komatsu added that, which was great because it gives it a real different look. And then your counterweight back here, which has the two lights, that is etched out on there, but it is plastic, as well as the counterweight is plastic. Universal Hobbies is great because, as you can see, they add all these almost like the bolt details and the correct warning lights, which is good. Like I said before, they added 40 on here. I don't know why. I looked at other reviews and it also said 40, so I mean, I don't know why they added that. And then here's just, this side is the same as the other. It's all flat. The decals are painted on. They're not a sticker. and then your tire over here, and same thing as the other side. Over here, and now I'll show you the bottom. Alright, here's the bottom. Nothing special, I'll be honest. It's flat. And over here it says Komatsu, well, it's upside down, but it says Komatsu WA470 1/50th scale by Universal Hobbies, made in China. Right here, those are the cylinders. And bottom of the bucket. And this side again. Now, I really like about this model is, like I said in the beginning, just the overall look of it. It's just something about it. I especially like the color on it. The colors on it, just in my opinion, they blend together, and the bucket movement is nice. Now the improvements they could have made, obviously, is to use more metal and to make the arms raise higher. But besides the being plastic and the arms don't raise too high, it's a nice model. Now, anyone who's looking to buy it, I really wouldn't suggest using it in a stop motion if you're going to use it in dirt or any type of material, because it is a very fragile model. Now, when I say fragile, I really mean fragile. The pieces break real easily. They're not really tough like a North Scott model. Like I said, they're delicate, and I really wouldn't suggest using it, because these pieces can break off real easily, and they're hard to put back on. As always, if I had to rate it 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7. Now, a lot of people are gonna go, "Wow, that's low." It is low, but with such easy improvements, that's honestly what I think it deserves. Now, if overall appearance, I'd probably give it a 10, because I like the appearance of it. It looks nice in my opinion. The box, which is behind it, isn't really anything special. It's just a box. That's the front of it. The side. And here's the back. The side again. It's 2-part polystyrene with the window in front. But there's your WA470, made by First Gear. I believe this is around a Cat 950, or maybe like I wouldn't say it's a 966, I'd say 950. So it is in competition with the 950H. I prefer this better, to be honest with you, even though I do like a Cat machine.